Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike, and I'm excited to share another Divi tutorial with you. My goal here is to make learning Divi as straightforward as possible. Today we're going to see how to create a transparent header on Divi 5. I have created the tutorial on how to do this in Divi 4, which I'll try to link in the top corner, otherwise it'll be in the description below for your reference. But today we want to just focus primarily on Divi 5 and how to do this. Divi has released quite a lot of new features that I also want to just run through so that you can also have a look and see how easy it is to do things now. Alright, so let's jump right in. If you see the website over here, we have the hero image sitting underneath our menu over here. And what we want to do is we want to place this menu or this header, we want to place it on top of the image. And so that it can be transparent, we want to make sure that this white is transparent and that the logo and the menu is sitting on top of the image. So how can we do that? Well, very simply, let's jump into our theme builder. To get theme builder, you go to your WordPress dashboard, just go Divi, theme builder, and you'll see the screen. Okay, so I want to place this particular menu or this header on this page called transparent header, but you can also place it on any page you want it to be on, or you can just make it a global header if it will apply to all your different pages. So to do so, all you just hit add new template, build new template, and you say specific pages, or you could just say home page, but specific pages, and select whatever page you want it to be on. Okay, so I want it to be on this transparent header page, and I'm going to hit add custom header, build custom header. Once that opens up, you'll see that this is the new layout or the new interface for Divi 5. It looks quite busy, if I'm honest. But let's see how it goes. All right, here we want to now add in a row because we want to build out the menu. So let's add in a row, just a single row, no need columns anymore. We just jump and we add a menu. All right, once we've added the menu, all the settings for that will automatically come up on the right hand side here. Let's jump into the logo, and we want to add in a logo. So add that in. Okay, that looks pretty decent. We go design. What I want to make sure is this logo, maximum width, let's make it 80 pixels. Okay, so once that's done, let's go back to design and menu text. Now we want to make a few changes to this menu text just so that it can stand up a little bit better on the image once the image is shown. So we want to change the image color, obviously, but that will be done not here by the active link color, because active link color will be displaying the link in your menu that you're on the current page. So if you say you're on the About Us page, then the About Us link over here would have this color. So we want to jump to the next one, which is the menu text color, when you want to change all the text color. So just right now, we're not going to change it because we want to change a few other things. One, we want to make it a bit bold. We want to increase the size slightly, maybe just 16 pixels. And then the other cool thing we want to do is we want to align the menu text. So currently you can see it's right next to and hugging the logo, but we don't want that. We either want it to show in the center or we want to show it on the right. So that's very easy to do. We can either show it in the center or we can show it on the right. How easy is that? All right, I want mine to show in the center. Okay, now once I'm happy with that, all right, now I'm going to change the menu text color to white. All right, so the text color has changed. I'm happy with that. Now what we need to do is we need to go into the row and we change the spacing and we go to padding and we put padding top and bottom 0. All right, what we're doing now is we're just getting rid of all this excess white space around the menu. So we need to do the same thing for the section. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed that when I did the row, but it's so easy to navigate between the different layers because we went from the modules. I just clicked on the row over here, just like I'm now going to click on section. And boom, there we're in the section settings. No need to go and click and look and see where everything is. All right, so in this one we go spacing, and we also just want to add in the 0 padding. Okay, so that looks much better already. It's nice, it's sitting up where we want it to be sitting, and yeah. All right, let's save that as exit on the first changes. We always have to hit save changes here first, and if we go to the front end and we change that, let's refresh. Yep, there it's showing our menu as we want it to be shown. Okay, so now what we want to work on is we want to work on making it transparent. So let's go back to the theme builder. We jump into the theme builder. Oh, it's quite nice and snappy. That's one good thing I find with Divi 5. All right, so there are 3 places we're going to now work on. 1, we want to go into the section settings, background. Take that background away. All right, then we want to go into the row settings. In the row, we want to take that background away. And then we want to jump into the module settings. And in the module settings, guess what? Yep, we want to take that background away. So if I now hit save, and I go back to the front end, and I hit refresh. Oh, wait, why does it still go white? Well, if you managed to catch the Divi 4 tutorial, you would have seen that there's another setting, a very important setting that we need to make in order for this all to actually be transparent on top of the image. So let's go see what that is. All right, so if we go into the, okay, maybe I should backtrack a little bit here. In the Divi 4 tutorial that I showed you that you have to come into the section settings to make this change. Now the big difference here with Divi 5 is we're going to make this change in the row settings, not in the section settings. Okay, now what is this change? Well, let's jump into the row settings to go and find out. So if I'm in the settings over here, I go to advanced, I go to position, and from position I change it from relative to absolute. And as soon as I make that change, you can see it jumps to the left hand side. Now why did it do that? Because by default it will be in this position over here. You can see if I click on that position, it doesn't move, right? So by default it is in this position. Now what is that doing? That is telling this row to start from this top left side of the screen. All right, you can see if I change it to the right, it's then telling the row to start in the top right of the screen. But what we want, and I'm sure most people do, we want it to be in the middle. All right, so then it's going to be centered in the middle of the screen. Okay, so if I save this now and I head over to the transparent header page, and there we go. There we have our transparent header and our menu displaying correctly as we want it. All right, now this is the other exciting part, because in Divi 5 they make it super easy to go one step further. Now what do I mean by one step further? See, if I scroll over here, the menu stays at the top of the screen, right? It doesn't come down with the menu, but we can add in something called a sticky menu. Now, a sticky menu is one that as you scroll down here, this header will remain at the top of the screen no matter how far down you scroll on your page. So let's have a look and see how we can do that. Well, let's jump into the section settings. So section. All right, in section, we want to go advanced and we want to go scroll effects, and we just want to say we want this to stick to the top. There we go. So now what's going to happen is every time, let's save this. We come back to there. Now if I scroll, you see it's no problem. You know, it's staying at the top of the screen every time. No need to add in any JavaScript or CSS in order for it to happen. But you do see an issue with this, right? What could that issue be? Well, if I scroll, can you still make out the menu items? Cannot, right? So do we need to add in a lot of code in order to change this up? Maybe we want to give it a background or something. All right. Thankfully, Divi's thought about that. And so if we go into our theme builder again, and still in the section, we say over here, we want to edit the sticky menu. We want to edit the sticky header. So if I go to content and I go background, and let's say we want to make it yellow. All right, just because I've got blue and white, not the easiest colors to work with here. All right, so I say yellow and I say save. And now we jump onto the front end and we refresh and we scroll down and nothing happened. Where's my background? Well, one thing that we did not do is that in the section over here, we did not tell the section what size we want it to be. So when we said earlier we want the logo, we determined how big we want the logo, but we have not put that across to tell the section what size you want it to be. So if we go here to minimum height, and for my menu it was 80 pixels. For yours it might be a different number, but you can see there it comes up there. Now we have the yellow background. All right, so let's save that. Scroll to the top, refresh this page, and now if we scroll down, there we are. We have a yellow background for our sticky header. How easy is that? And if you go up, it disappears. How cool. Last time we had to add in so much code in order to get this working. But anyways, so that is how you can add in a transparent header in Divi 5. And not only the transparent header, you also have just a couple of clicks. You can transform it to a sticky header, and you can have that sticky header have a background. So I hope this tutorial will be useful for you. And if it is, or if it was, please do hit that like button to let me know. I am planning to post more Divi tutorials as I learn more about Divi. So please do hit that subscribe button to ensure you will not lose out. Your feedback is valuable, so please do leave a comment below with any questions or suggestions for future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.